Bonjour! Today we are going to learn how to make homemade French bread with 5 ingredients using a recipe from a blog we found online. Alright, so the first step is to gather our ingredients. This recipe calls for 5 ingredients, and they are flour, yeast, honey, salt, and warm water. Looking at our recipe, the next step is to combine the water, honey, salt, and yeast in a bowl. Alright, so it says 1.5 cups of warm water. So we have 1.5 tablespoons and measure out the honey. It's coming out. And dump that and measure out 1.5. 1.5. So we are going to get also 1.5 teaspoons of salt. So here's 1. Just shake it out. And 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to stir this just a little bit. And then once it's stirred, we're gonna wait for 5 to 10 minutes until it gets foamy. So let's wait. All right, after about 10 minutes, it looks like it's foaming. We are ready for the next step. All right, so the next step now is to add the flour. It says here to add 3.5 to 4.5 cups of flour, but we'll start with 3.5. After mixing it for a little bit, we can start kneading, which means we're going to mix it with our hands. Okay, so we keep kneading. We want to make sure that the dough is not too sticky. So if we look at my hands, see how the dough is still sticking on my hands? This means we need to add more flour. Alright, now that it's not sticking to my hands anymore, we can form it into a loaf shape and put it on a pan with a damp towel. Okay, so we're going to let the loaf sit here for 20 minutes so that it can grow and rise. So we'll turn on the oven and we'll set it to 400 degrees while we wait for the bread to rise.
Now it's science time with Anne, the science woman. So the reason that we let the bread sit for 20 minutes is so that the bread can grow. This happens because the yeast, which is an organism, eats the sugar and gives off gas that helps the bread rise.
Alright, now that the bread has grown, we're going to cut 3 slits into the bread. 2, 3, and we're going to put it into the oven. And then we'll set the timer for 16 minutes. Alright, let's check on our bread. Looks like it's nice and golden brown. Let's go ahead and take it out. Now we'll wait for it to sit and cool for 5 minutes. Look at our beautiful bread that we baked. Now remember, if you're going to bake bread at home, there are 5 steps. So first, gather all the ingredients and measure them out. Second, mix together all the ingredients except for flour. Third, knead with your hands until it's not sticky. Fourth, form into an oval shape. And 5, bake it. Thank you for joining us in baking bread. Au revoir!